We didn't get a chance to go over exercise 6-4, your homework, today in class, so I'm providing you with this Excel solution. This company, Mather, sells snowboards. They sold 102 snowboards in the month of September, and they use a periodic inventory system. They've provided us with this chart of all their purchases and their beginning inventory for the month. To the right of it, I've simply summarized the number sold of 102, which came from the paragraph above, and calculated the ending inventory as equal to the total units available for sale, which are the beginning inventory plus purchases, minus those that were sold. So that means there were 25 snowboards in our ending inventory. Our objective is to calculate ending inventory and cost of goods sold using FIFO, LIFO, and average cost. We do begin with FIFO. We begin at the beginning inventory, which they provided as $1,200. To that, we will add our purchases. We'll add those to our beginning inventory. To arrive at our cost of goods available for sale. I told you that when I first began the exercise on the board, remember? Calculating out the cost of goods available for sale. What could we sell? We can't sell it if we don't got it, and we got it if it was in the beginning inventory and we bought it during the month. That number is going to stay the same regardless of whether we use FIFO, LIFO, or average cost. Let's next calculate our ending inventory. If it's ending inventory, that means it's not first out, first in, first out. It means it's last still there. First in, first out refers to first out would be cost of goods sold, like I told you in class. So our ending inventory comes from the last purchases, not the first. And we have 25 units in ending inventory, I told you. So let's go ahead and pick them off from the last purchase. We had 20 that were purchased at $105 for $2,100. So we'll at least get 20 of the 25 taken care of. But then we need to add 5 more. So we'll take those 5 that we need and we'll multiply them times the price that we paid for the next last purchase, or 104. So our value for ending inventory is $26.20. Our cost of goods sold is equal to the cost of goods available for sale minus our ending inventory, or $10,515. To prove it, we'll independently calculate our cost of goods sold. So first in, first out means first out is cost of goods sold. I told you that in class too. Let's go up to the top because the first ones are the first ones going to be out the door. We sold 102 total, so we're going to be filling up our bucket with 102 beginning with the most earliest purchases. Well, the earliest purchase was our beginning inventory of the $1,200. To that, we have 45 more here, which were purchased at 103, which is $46.35. And now we need to fill up enough to get to the 102. We don't need the entire next tier here of 50. What we need is 45 of them in order to add up to the 102. So we'll go ahead and multiply 45 times the 104 price. We had the 12 units plus 45 at the 103 plus 45 at the 104, and those three sum up to the 102 units that were sold. Our cost of goods sold equals what we just calculated, so we proved it. One done. Next up is LIFO. We don't need to recalculate cost of goods available for sale. We already did that above. Our ending inventory we calculate for LIFO as being, instead of the last in, the first in. because the last in are going to be the first ones out the door in cost of goods sold. Therefore, the earliest purchases will still be hanging around the inventory floor. How many in that inventory? 25. So we need to fill up our bucket with 25, beginning with the earliest purchases this time for ending inventory. So we had the earliest purchase was our beginning inventory of 12 units at $1,200. And we're going to need to go ahead and add to that another 13 units. 12 plus 13 equals 25. And we're going to multiply those times that unit cost of the 103, which comes up to $25.39. Cost of goods sold is then the cost of goods available for sale minus the ending inventory, or $10,596. Let's independently prove that by calculating cost of goods sold. Last in, first out means we sold 102. We'll pick out the purchases that were most recent, last in, first out. So beginning at the last purchased one, that was 20 at 105. So we can pick that up as the total of the 2,100. Plus, we would have, well, we need at least the 50 for the next tier, so we're going to add up the 5,200. Remember, we're working our way up to that 102 sold. And in order to get to that point, we need 32 more snowboards. So we're going to multiply 32 times the next last purchase price, which was 103, and that will give us a total of $10,596. Same as what we just calculated for cost of goods sold. Another one done. It's proven. Last up, average cost. You got it. Cost of goods available for sale. Handy little number to have there, right? Divided by the number of units available for sale. Well, up here we had our inventory, beginning inventory and purchases, all totaling 127. Therefore, that's the number we could possibly sell. To come up with our average price, we're going to take the cost of goods available for sale divided by the number available for sale to come up to 103.425. That's our average cost per unit. So, again, cost of goods available for sale, less the ending inventory. Remember, there were 25 in ending inventory, so that 25 is going to be multiplied by what we just calculated for our average cost per unit, or $25.86. Cost of goods sold is equal to cost of goods available for sale minus ending inventory, or $10,549. Let's prove it. Calculate cost of goods sold individually. We sold 102. We multiply that times the average cost, which was 103.425, or $10,549. Hope this helps.